Hi everyone. Good afternoon. Lovely Ruth here back with another video. How are, how are you doing today? How's everybody? Good, good. Hope you guys are having a great day. And um I was looking at my text message. I hope you guys are having a great day today. I am enjoying the day so far. I've been uh doing much of nothing. I tried to put on some clothes. But you know what? I'm gonna wear this. This is like a little, it was, I bought it as a sundress years ago, but I wear it to bed. It's like a little, it's a little knit dress. But I put some tights under them, and this is how I'm gonna go out today. I'm going to my daughter's house to help her um, get organized over there, throw some stuff out, put some stuff away, and do some things over there today. Try to be a little productive if I can today, and just hang out with her. Just hang out with her for a little while, and that should be good. That should be great. So that's my day. Uh, right now, waiting on her to come, um, so that I won't have to drive over there. But yeah, yeah, it's gonna be a fulfilled day. Hopefully, it'll be a good day. Today is my older sister's birthday, and I wished her I had happy birthday today. She has turned 72, I want to say. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. So, yeah, so I think 72. Might be wrong. Um, so I pray that she have a good day. I wish I can go over there and spend some time with her, but I don't think she have anything planned. And half the time she wanna just be left alone or whatever. But I might pop over there and surprise her. I don't know yet. Uh, what else is happening? Not much. Excuse me. Not much is going on. Today is Thursday. It's overcast. So, you know, it's not raining. I don't think we're gonna get any rain today, but it's humid, so it's hot out there. So this hair, it's big. See, it's big already. It's puffy, and it's going to be even more. Just gonna blow up when I go outside. So looking forward to that. I guess. I have absolutely nothing um big to discuss. I think that every body is okay. I'm okay. I have some stuff I need to accomplish in these next couple of weeks. But outside of that, I am truly blessed. Like I say always, I'm always blessed. I'm truly blessed. So now I had to just walk in my purpose. So that's what we do every day, right? That's our mission, to walk in our purpose, whatever that may consist of, whatever that may look like. So okay, I'm not gonna keep you guys. I'm gonna get back on here later on and talk to you about some things. Perhaps, the Astros. Whoa, that game last night, it was awesome. I don't know much about sports. I don't like sports, but that particular sport, I I kind of like it. I don't like contact sports, so that's not a contact sports per se. My dad used to love him some baseball. I mean, I think Dodgers was his second favorite team outside of the Astros, so he loved the Astros dearly. But Philly and the Dodgers, I think, were two of his other teams. But Phillies got whooped last night, didn't it? I'm sorry, y'all. Phillies fan. I'm sorry. I mean, it is what it is. I'm an Astros fan. I think those boys went out there and did their thing. They had a lot of energy to burn. They had a point to make, and they did it. They did the thing. They won. So let's see what tonight's game hold, or the next game, hold for them. And I hope it's nothing but the best for those young guys, young talented guys. So Yay, Astros. Yay. So that was exciting to watch last night. If the game come on tonight, I think so I have to watch that and plus watch my favorite TV show, which is Walker. I love that. I love that. I hope they keep that on for 7 seasons because I really or more. I really like that. I really like that show. Um, yeah, yeah, y'all should get into that. Walker it comes on CW. So that's the only thing I watch on there. I'm sorry. That's the only thing that I enjoy watching on that channel. So I love it. I love it. I love it. But I'm gonna have to be torn in between if they come on at the same time. So I'm gonna have to be torn in between um them playing and watching my favorite show. So I can do both or I can record one. So it doesn't really matter. But you want live time action with sports. So you don't want to hear about a win or a loss. You want to see it in play. So yeah, that's exciting. That's something I have to do today. I'll probably be gone till I'm gonna be gone a while. So I'll get back in time enough to watch that and to get ready for bed and just chill, relax. Tomorrow is Friday. Yay! I'm excited. I'm excited about this weekend. For some reason, I don't know why, but I am. It's just like I feel something is coming. I don't know this feeling. I don't know this feeling. So, but I feel like something is going to happen. Something's going to change. Something's going to happen. Something good is going to happen. So that's I don't I just feel that in my bone. For somebody or somewhere something is going to be a good. It's going to be some good news. I hope that good news is for me, but it can very well be for somebody else. I just want to hear some good news. You know what I mean? So that's why I am so excited or anxious for. So yay. Let's see. My grandchild might be coming over. I don't know because it's not my turn. It's my older sister's turn to have him over, and he likes to. I'm telling you, this dude is already in his little king kind of like uh person self. Like we practically, and I do not exaggerate this. We practically wait on. I kind of stopped a little bit. We wait on him hand and foot, like he's 10 years old. He's a big boy. He can do things. You know what I'm saying? So, but we so used to it ever since he was a baby. We so used to bringing him stuff or grandma, can you bring me some grapes? And I'll go get the grapes. And before I realized he could get up and walk in the kitchen and get his own grapes. So I have to catch myself sometimes when he asks me to do something. If it's something he can't do, I'll do it. But I told him I have to um, stopping what I'm doing in an abrupt moment and to go wait on him or go get him something or go bring him something because he can't find it or something like that. So I'm kind of breaking him out of that. Don't call me because Granny is getting old, but my sister still do it, and I told her not to do that because it's gonna get tiresome, and I think it's catching up with her now. So she's got a little cold, and she don't want to use all that energy. And if I was you, I wouldn't use all that energy. Let him do what he needs to do. But to prep him a meal, to cook him a meal, I would continue to do that. I'm not gonna let him go in there and cook or hurt himself or cut himself or anything. No, that's where I step in at. So you gotta have those moments and the energy to be able to do these things. So yeah, I get him tonight. Me and him just chill. And sometime, oh, if he come this weekend, we're gonna watch a movie together. Cause every time he comes now, he wants to watch a movie. We be saying, "Come watch a movie, come watch a movie." And I end up in my own room, and he end up in his own room, and it's like, what are we doing here? But we're gonna do this. We're gonna make a movie night, and then I'll let him have Sunday all by himself or whatever. Um, Not by himself, but to him, his room or his game. He likes to turn on the game uh, on his iPad, and he likes to have the TV on YouTube, which is crazy. He looks at these channels. I call them weird because I don't know what's going on with them, like gaming channels, and he's inspired to do a YouTube channel. Um, as far as talking about uh, video games, he's inspired to do that, but he's really, really smart. He's always bringing us ideas or showing us something. Me and my daughter, he's always coming in and interrupting our conversation and showing us something he discovered, or did you know this, or look at this, or blah blah blah. I do it too sometimes. I'll see something on Google or something, and I'll say, look, did y'all see this? So we saw, I don't know if you guys saw it on Google the other week. It was a picture of an ant close up. So after I looked at it and I said, what is that? And I looked and I said, oh, this is from the Game of Thrones or some kind of, fictional sci-fi um movie or something like that, or TV show or something. And then it said this is a picture, a micro of a micro something camera, tiny 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 tiniest camera in the world, and it got a close up of this ant. And this ant looked crazy. It had these teeth, like sharp teeth, and it has these eyebrows, and it has these eyes, red eyes, and then they have this. It grossed me out. I said no, and then it said yes. It had these long claw teeth, like go like that, and I said no wonder they sting when they bite you, because they look, you if you saw how they look, oh my God, I hope y'all caught that. But I sent that to him and her and my son. I said, look, and it was like, oh, that's gross. So if I find something that's crazy, like I didn't know, like I would share it with somebody, so I won't be thinking that I'm going crazy or maybe I'm just tripping. So he sent something about a um meteor meteor what you call those things, meteors that's falling to earth. But I saw, prior to that, I saw a picture of it's this hole in Mars. It's like a meteor had hit it, and it's like this big hole in Mars. I don't know how big it is, but it's a huge hole. And I'm like, well, you can't prevent these things. It's a lot of things that you don't know that's happening. You got to get out there. You got to put your mind out there. You got to explore it, because these stories are coming out, and but we don't want to educate ourselves on it or see it, or I'm amazed by things like that. I did not know that we're scheduled for some meteors to come here. I don't know what year it is, but I was reading all this stuff last couple of weeks. It's been a lot on my mind because the solar eclipse came. I think it's a solar, not the lunar. Solar eclipse came on the 25th, 24th or 25th of of October. And the reason why I know it is because my birthday was that Friday, and then people was talking about the solar eclipse, and I said, oh, I would like to see that. I told my grandson, I would like to see that, but you couldn't see it because it was on the other side. And by the time we got it, it was like way up in the upper part of the morning. Like we weren't gonna be able to see that. So that happened. And I'm very, very, very interested in the universe. And yeah, that can get my attention. I like to talk about the stars and the moon and the sun and the planets and what's going on up there, and any kind of movie that come out with that stuff in it. I love it. I'm just, that's my thing, besides watching um Marvel movies and Godzilla. Those are my those are my flicks, right? Um yeah, I will talk to you all day about the Marvel movies in Godzilla and King Kong, and that we was raised up on that. I don't know how many of you guys used to watch that when you were younger, but that's what we grew up on, and I still love the idea that they are trying to get as close as possible to the Godzilla we had back in the day. So as I appreciate that, I do, I love to watch those movies. So that's a to know thing about me. That's a to know thing. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I don't. I say I don't watch a lot of TV, and I can't get into movies where there's a lot of killing, a lot of blood, exorcisms, hauntings, and stuff like that. I just can't. I mean, bear down if I bear down, if I buckle down and I put my mind on, like, okay, I'm gonna make myself watch this movie that I'm so familiar with because it was back in the day. If I sit down and watch this, I can imagine it not being real. I could go with it because we know the pattern of this. Like Halloween, Michael Myers, we know his pattern. We know what he's capable of, right? So we watched last weekend. We watched a weekend before last, not this past weekend. Was it this past weekend? No, it wasn't this past weekend. Um, we watched. It was my birthday weekend. We watched Halloween ends, and we kept putting it off because I said no, and we watched it. I kind of predicted. excuse me. I kind of predicted what what would happen all through the movie. So it's like if you know what to expect, then it's not gonna scare you as much. So yeah, but it was like I didn't want to watch it. I kind of wanted to because that's what we talk about. Me and my son, he loved those Halloween movies, so he hadn't even watched it yet for to call him now. But I wish I wouldn't have because the weekend that I couldn't sleep, it kept playing over and over in my mind. So when I watch a movie, I gotta know that it's going to play in my mind when I'm sleeping, when I'm dreaming. It's gonna come in there. It's gonna creep into my dreams, and I already could sleep. I woke up looking like a zombie because I think I got 2 hours of sleep one night due to the fact that I'm weaning myself off of insomnia medicine. I had insomnia. Am I saying that right? Dang, I said it right the other day. I can't sleep. I couldn't sleep. Um, I can't sleep with over the counter medicine like um NyQuil or any PM medicine. I can't sleep with it. because I don't like the way it makes you drowsy. I don't want to be drowsy. I want to just fall asleep, and it has. And my doctor started me on those back when COVID, I couldn't sleep, whatever. And he said a lot of people was like that, so he gave me these capsules. I mean, these not capsules, these little pills. But I got the generic kind. But anyway, they knock you out. I mean, they knock you out when you wake up. You just feeling out. You don't even feel like you feel refreshed. You don't feel drowsy. You know how you wake up and you feel kind of like, ugh, I don't want to get out of bed. You still feel sleepy. Those don't make you feel sleepy. Feel like you got to get up and go on, move around for the day. And so I had told him once I don't want to be on these because I was getting them, and I have to, in order to even sleep, I had to know that I had them in the house, just in case if I have a bad night's of sleep. So I start cutting them out. He said just take them every other day or 3 days, twice a week. Even so, just start cutting them in half or whatever. Just take 'em when you need them. And I told my daughter, I say that is. She said you just addicted. I said no. Addicts kind of deny things, right? So, but I know I told you guys this story in one of my videos, but I don't think it was addictions, but I know my body has gotten so used to having them, that when I don't take them, I can't sleep. My heart raised, my head's, my head, I have all these stars, and I'm just stuff in my head, and I can't sleep. And it's like when I fall asleep for a second, I wake up and hear everything, and everything just, it was just right like a jungle at night when I'm trying to sleep. So I couldn't sleep, and I know I got a lot going on, so I'm thinking about that thing. And so I said, after this, I'm gonna call and get the last. I said, I'm gonna give me one more refill, because it's 30 in there. So I had been cutting them up, so it was like they last me. So I said, I'm gonna get one more refill. As it turns out, I couldn't get it refilled. My doctor didn't refill it. I guess he want me to come in, and I don't know what happened, but I don't. I said to my daughter, I said, I'm not going to jump through hoops to get this medicine, because all my medicine went up so extremely high. And so I said, I'm going to have to wean myself off. And I had been saying that, wean myself off of medicines that I don't need to take, because I'm a strong woman. I can sleep on my own. Even though I had these last Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it was horrific. Like I couldn't. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But my daughter told me, that was my birthday weekend. My daughter told me, she said, give yourself some time. Like the first couple of days, oh, it's gonna be rough, and then your body gonna be like, where's my medicine? I can't do this. I can't deal with it. But it'll go into a stage where you're not gonna want it. Your body gonna be able to sleep on its own. Your mind's gonna be able to rest. Your body gonna be like, okay, it's time to go to bed. I got to get myself back into this, which I thought I could not do. So what she told me to do is, my daughter is pretty smart. She told me to get some melatonin. So I said, I have some melatonin in there somewhere. So the little tablets, right? Took 5 or 6 of those. That made me laugh. That didn't do anything. I didn't do nothing. I tried tea, sleepy time tea. It just wasn't working for me. No. But you gotta give yourself some time. So I started taking, she takes these Ali sleep gummies, which I tried one before, and it kind of made me mad, because it kind of made me drowsy, but it didn't keep me asleep. I said, that stuff don't work for me. And she said, well, it's melatonin, it's natural. I said, plus I don't want to start taking nothing else to get addicted. She says melatonin, it works with your own immune system, or your body's ability to sleep. It works with that. So I said, okay, I'll try. So I took one, and I was like, woke up and said, no. And then I started dreaming. I told her I started having nightmares. It's like I'm dreaming again, because when I was taking that other stuff, it I didn't dream. If I dreamt, it was me waking up and something came to me, a thought or something, and turned to a little small nightmare dream or whatever, and then it went away. But I'm telling you, without that medicine, I hear ambulances go through. I hear not anything that falls, anything that knocks, the neighbors. I hear everything. It's like I was so out of it, and I wanted to be out of it, because I used to have this pain, horrific pain in my arms, and I numb it away. I go to sleep. But I realized when I wake up, that pain did not go to sleep. It did not subside when I was sleeping. I just was asleep, and I still was feeling that pain. So it was crazy how I said, nah, that's not normal to go to sleep with a pain, and it's still there, and you didn't do anything to ease it. So when I stopped this medicine, it was like I felt no more pain. I didn't feel the pain, but it was like my body had to get used to hearing again, hearing things. Like I'm a very, very, very light sleeper. I've always have been up until I've been on that medicine. And so I had to get used to that. So I'll take, instead of one melatonin gummy, I would take two now. And so when I took two, I found myself like, okay, I'm melanin it out now. I'm like, I'm chilling right now. I could go to sleep. I'm like, ooh. I can't make it to 1 anymore. I can't make it to at 10, 11 o'clock. I'm sleepy. I'm in the bed. I'm like trying to stay up and talk to my sister and watch TV and be like, I cannot take that because my body wants sleep. I want sleep. My mind, everything wants sleep. And I can't even go sit on the couch without me being so drowsy. Like it's time to go to sleep. And yeah, I said, oh, I can get used to this. So I've been getting like more and more sleep each night. So I said, I'm gonna amp this up. Let me get into some real good sleep. So started taking 3, and I just did the other day. And let me tell you, yes, baby girl, I can sleep now. Yay! But you know what? It was an addiction. I needed to come out. I said, I do not want to do anything that I make a habit and I feel like my body needs. My body feel like it needs it. It's like give it to me, give it to me. So I fast a couple of months ago for 21 days, and I that was one of my things that I wanted stuff to be revealed, and one of the things that I've asked to be revealed to me is what are my addictions? Because sometimes we go through life and we say we don't have addictions, but we do have addictions. And I was like, well, I don't have no addictions, but I want to see what's holding me, what I'm bound to, you know. And so I said, reveal that. So if you have like drug addiction, overspending, or all these other sins of, sex or whatever else kind of addiction that you have, but you don't want to admit, or, like any kind of addiction that you're addicted to, overspending or, like I said, medications and you know, drugs, like drugs. He will reveal that to you. He would, now I'm like, I needed to reveal it, and I need God to work on it for me. I need to come out of it, pray myself out of it, get out of it. And so I know another one was impulsive spending for me. It doesn't seem like it's an addiction. It doesn't, to us, our addictions does not feel like an addiction. It feels like the norm for us. But if it's a void or something you trying to fulfill, you're not gonna realize that until somebody tell you, or you look in the mirror and say, okay, no, something gotta give. I'm a compulsive spinner. I will like see something and I want it, and I like, okay, I need this, and then I'll sacrifice things and move things around to have that thing. And I can't do that anymore. My position and my circumstance is I don't have room for that anymore. So I need that snatched from me. And I needed that being out of control out of my body. And I think I discussed this guys with you guys before. Not having control of me is a no-no. I have to have control of me at all time. I have to be aware of my surroundings. I have to be aware of my body and what's going on with my body. If you drunken in a stop uh, a state where you can't control what somebody else can do to your body, or what somebody else can take you, or take over or control you, or whatever, you have no control over yourself. You don't ever want to be in that kind of. That's why women, it just don't look good for women to get drunk, or for you to be out of your mind or out of your senses for a second, even not even for a second, because you can be taken advantage of. So I feel like I I don't want to get to that. That's why I don't like PM medicines. I don't like muscle relaxers that makes me real drowsy. But I'm this type of person. I be trying to shake it off and be trying to pull myself out of that state of feeling like, oh, okay, I can think my mind going a mile a minute, but my body is like, okay, move. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. I don't like that. I've never gotten high. I don't get high. I don't do municipal drugs. I just don't. So I told you I was going to tell y'all this story, and I do have a few minutes. I think I had an incident a couple of, not last New Year's, but the following New Year's. Not 20, going into 2021, going into so 2020 was the year. I always say that's the year that almost took me out, because I got, and it's not funny, when you look back at stuff, you laugh about it, but at the time it wasn't funny. So I had got a New Year's. I remember cooking New Year's. I had my peas, my greens, my whatever I cooked that day, ham or whatever I cooked that day. So I had it here, and I was cooking, and I invite my kids over to come get a plate, and they sit and stayed and talked or whatever. And my son had gotten some edibles. Like, I want to say, I'm not stupid, I'm dumb, not dumb or anything. So it was some edible candy. And that's the thing now. You can get that from anywhere and anybody, but it's wrapped, it's sealed in a package. It was the little straws, like the candy stripy straws, not straws, but the flat strings of the. You ever had the straws with the sugar coated sprinkles on it? Like, yeah, that was like the flat ones, like a roll up kind, but it was the flat ones, the flat strings. And I had took one. I got one, and they gave me one. My son did, and they said, "Well, go ahead, mom. Go ahead, and then they'll mail you out." I said, "Okay, give it." But I ate the whole string. The string was about this long, and mind you, I'm thinking like it's gonna just make me relax because I'm tired. I've been cooking all day. I'm just tired. I'm gonna take a bath, and I'm gonna relax. And my grandson was over that night, and I kid you not, I after they left. I ate one. They laughing at me like, "Okay, she good," because I never do drugs. I never smoke weed. I have never smoked a cigarette in my life. It was like, I don't do drugs. I'll do like the muscle relaxer, or maybe not even that. I had my, was I on that? Yeah, I had my pills in there, but I didn't even take one of those. But anyway, I was cleaning up the kitchen. I remember putting the cleaning the dishes, and I remember getting the pot of peas and all my other stuff and trying to get it in the containers to put it in the refrigerator. And I was like, my daughter called, and I was in the kitchen, right, putting things up and cleaning up, and she called. She say, "Mama," she say, "You all right?" I say, "Girl, why wouldn't I be all right? Why would what are you talking about?" She said, "Okay, long as you're all right." I said, "Girl, yeah." So soon as I hung up the phone, put the phone on the counter, reached up to open the cabinet, the whole kitchen started spinning. It was like going in a circle. Like, it was like I almost fell. It was like, what is going on? And then I was trying to walk. It was like I didn't know where my feet was gonna land, and I stood there, and then I said, "What's going on with me?" And then I looked at my food, and my peas started talking to me like, um, "You okay? Are you okay?" My peas, and I put the lid back on, and then my greens was speaking to me, and it was like all I could remember is like, let me get out this kitchen. There's something going on. So I walked past the in the hallway, and I went to the bed, and I said, "Oh, no, no, before this hit me, I had to put my stuff away. I got to do these." It was like 5 or 6 things that I said in my mind that I had to do. I gotta shake this off because I gotta put the food away. I gotta make sure the kid get his bath. I gotta take my bath. I gotta make sure the doors are locked, the lights are off, and all this other stuff. I said, but I'm gonna make it to the tub. I said, I gotta get to the tub. I got in the room, and I lay my head. I was standing up, but I lay my head on the bed, like, what is going on? What is going on? And I say, I need to take a bath. I can't go to bed like this, but I do need to lay down. So I lay down. I say, my grandson came in and, "Grandma, you okay?" I say, I mean, I was out of it. It scared him so bad. And it was like, I kept jumping, like trying to make myself fighting to get out of that stupor that I was in. And I remember laying there and I kept telling him to call his mom. And he said, okay. And he called his mom. He said, Mama, something wrong with grandma. I don't know what it is. She said, oh, that's that stuff that's kicking in. And he said, but I don't, I think I need to call 911. And I kept telling him, I said, if your mom come, make sure the door is unlocked so she can get in. And I was just moving in slow motion. It was just horrible for me. It was like I fell on my knees and I start crying and praying to God, like, Jesus, is this time? Is this my time to go? Is it my time to go? Like, this is it, right? I kept saying in my mind, this is it, right? Tell me, I don't see any lights. I don't see any angels. I don't see. Is this how I'm going? I said, let me. And then I stopped and I hear a giggle, right? And I said, I looked around. I said, what is that? What's going on? I heard a giggle, a slight giggle. It wasn't my grandson. My grandson was in the room. And I was like, I don't know what to do. So I got in the bed and I crawled out the bed again. And I was like, I need some water. I went in there and tried to get some water. And I was drinking some water. I was drinking some water. And every time I would drink some water, it would taste like, it felt like I was, and I saw it. I felt like I was actually drowning because I was drinking water and I felt like metal. It's like everything started tasting, I mean, the water started tasting like alkaline water, not metal in my water, like metallic. And I said, oh, and I kept drinking water. And my daughter that came over at that time. She said, just keep giving her water. Just keep drinking. I tried to drink some water, try to hold me up, try to drink some water. And it was like, wasn't working. It was like, I kept getting thirsty. It was like dehydrated. And she said, I say, don't call the ambulance. Don't call the ambulance. Because I remember um the wig I had on wasn't glued down. And I was like, no, don't call because no, I don't want to go. I hadn't even taken a bath. I don't want to go to I don't want to go to the hospital. I don't want to go. That was back when you go to the hospital, you don't come out because COVID and everything. And it was a lot of people, it wasn't really no beds, and they was going to put you on the side of the hallway, and, you know, it was just going to be some stuff, right? And I kept saying, no, don't call, don't call. And I no call. And then I didn't want to get them in trouble because the ambulance driver gonna ask them what did she take. And I kept I was in and out of my mind. It was like I remember laying there and my daughter was at the foot of me and asking me questions. She was at the foot of the bed, leaning over the bed. She said, Mama, you gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Calm down, okay? Just calm down. Breathe. You're supposed to be at this stage. You took a gummy that is equivalent. The string that I took was equivalent to having 5 joints by yourself. Like me having 5 joints by myself. And I've never smoked weed before a day in my life. Never got contact, none of that stuff. So it was driving me crazy. All I knew is my heart was palpitating really, really fast. I got so cold. It felt like I was dying. I really did feel like I was dying. My hands were so cold. Um, my feet was cold. I was cold, and I said I kept trying to get up. I'll be out of it for a while, and then I'll shake myself up. And I told her while she was at the foot of my bed, I she was asking me these questions like a psychology would, a psychiatrist would ask, right? Like, are you gonna tell him? And I say, tell him. She said, are you going to tell him? You got to tell him. I say, tell who what? No, I don't want to tell him. No, he don't need to know. No, I don't want to. I don't want nobody to know. I don't know what she was talking about. I asked her what was she talking about later on a couple of weeks back. I say, what were you talking? She said, I didn't ask you those questions. I say, when you was asking me those questions, whatever you was talking to me about, I was seeing colors. I was seeing this color. It was like I was Alice in Wonderland. I was seeing these swirls of colors, and I was like in this la la land, and I was like, what is going on? And when she started talking to me, I heard her like at the in echo, like, and all I remember her asking was, are you gonna tell him? Do you not want him to know? And I'm like, I don't know what that was. She said she didn't ask me that, so I don't know who that was or whatever. But I was coming out of it. She went in the rest. I mean, I went to use the restroom and I drank some more water and I got on the couch and I was so cold and they started packing me down with blankets and stuff. And she was holding my hand. She said, "Your hands are unusually cold." Like I said, because I'm dying. I don't want to die. 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 That's what I kept telling her. And she said, "Well, I don't think you're gonna die. You just high. You just high. And what you need is to look at a movie and get your mind concentrated on a movie. The colors in the movie and the laughter and the comedy that you're gonna watch is going to snap you, kind of work with your high." She said, "You just high." She said, "Only thing they're gonna do is give you fluids and give you some milk and get you back to normal or whatever." And I say, "I don't want to go to the hospital. Please don't take me to the hospital. Don't call." And every time she would pick up, look at the phone, I said, "Don't call the ambulance." And I was like, mind you, I was going in and out of this state, in and out. I shake myself up. She said, "Well, I'm gonna go get some clothes from home and I'm gonna come spend the night over here. Um, uh, your grandson gonna watch you till I get back." So she went and she came back. And she said she started crying because she thought, like, at that point she felt real bad about allowing me to eat that. And then it got so bad because I'm on medication and all these things that's going on with me, a high blood pressure and all these other things that's going on with me, right? And then to top it off, to get high. And it was like she thought it was so unfair. um and that she really felt bad. And I kept telling her it's not her fault. I should have known better. And she didn't give it to me. She wasn't the one that had it to me. But she figured like I should have stopped. You should have just ate a piece if you just wanted to relax. I said, I don't even know what I was thinking when I even took that thing. So um we went back and forth the next day about it. But that night I thought I was going to die. But as slowly I was coming out, I kept saying to myself, "This too shall pass. This too shall pass." And I told her that I was gonna get I was going to I was going to get over this and I'm good. So I went back to my bed and then I was like not sleepy and not woke either. And I remember taking I ain't take nothing, but I remember saying to myself, "I'm gonna go to the doctor, I'm gonna call my doctor and I'm tell him, I'm gonna ask him, am I okay?" Because, I didn't know if that stuff was laced with anything or whatever. So I had him do a drug test on me, and I told him, that's just between me and you. I just need to know because he's like the best doctor, right? And he got the results back. He say, it wasn't laced with anything. It was just your plain old, stuff that you smoke weed. He said, "Thank God." He said, "Don't do that no more." He said, "But what is this muscle relaxer that you have in your system?" And I say, "Muscle relaxer?" He said, "Yeah, you took a muscle relaxer." I say, "A couple of days ago." He said, "I didn't prescribe you no muscle relaxer," which he didn't. They just was there um from another doctor. From I used to have arm spasms and I would take those, right? And so he said, "No, no, 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 I did not tell you to do that. Don't take that, blah, blah, blah." It's a whole big story. So the next day came and everything was drowsy and everything was moving slow and it was just a day. I said, I do not ever want to experience that again in my life, ever, never, 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 never. And so that was horrific. I thought I was dying. I really did think I was dying. But all is well with me now. 2020 was gonna take me out, and I didn't. And that giggle, I found out that was God laughing at me. Like, are you are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like right now, you just high. Like he was laughing at me, like, because I was like, "Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. Is this it? This it?" And so he had to laugh. God has a very good sense of humor. He had to have been laughing at me because I was out panicking and stuff, and it was like, "Girl." sit down somewhere and relax. You did this. We all human. We make mistakes. Even if we're not aware of them, God still has us. He still has us. So I just wanted to say all of that because He has us. And by those peas talking to me and that greens talking to me at that time, I don't ever, ever, ever plan to get high or take anything or excess drugs or anything. I'm good. I'm good. So I just wanted to tell you guys to get on here and tell you guys something. So I guess that came out. But I gotta go. I got some stuff to do. I will talk to you guys in a later video. Okay? Have a good evening. Bye.